Currently in our area, 75 degrees with heavy rain and windy conditions. A hurricane warning and a flood watch have been issued for our area by the National Weather Service. Our local Doppler radar. For tonight, rain ending early, windy at times, low 54, rainfall around 1/4 inch. And on Thursday, mainly sunny, high 68, winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And Thursday night, clear skies, low 48, winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Expect fair skies Friday through Sunday, with temperatures in the mid-60s on Friday.
Brunt of the wind, but it's still howling here. You can see the debris kind of blowing and the wind blowing as well. Winds easily have been gusting hurricane force. We're talking 75 miles per hour plus across the region. We've seen a lot of things blowing around here. A dumpster was blowing on wheels. We've seen even shelters here by the trolley, some of the broadsides of the glass shattering. Don't know whether it's just the pressure from the wind or perhaps pieces of debris hitting them as well. So it continues to deal with the strongest part of Hurricane Zeta right on through New Orleans, and this is something that a lot of people didn't really think about. They thought about, oh, the rain, oh, it's just a Category 1, we'll be okay, it's moving fast, but it's a Category 2 hurricane now, and the winds have already knocked out power to probably close to 100,000 people here. We're talking 36,000 customers between Jefferson and Orleans Parish, and that number is actually old. I'm pretty sure the updated number is even higher than that now, and it continues to be the biggest threat here are these winds, bringing down things like trees and power lines and power poles. And like other cities, this city is sitting below sea level, so you can't quite put the power lines underground. So they're above ground, and they're very vulnerable to dealing with trees coming down and power poles coming down as well. Power crews are standing by, like they have done in the previous hurricanes and tropical storms making landfall here in the U.S. Now this is the fifth named system making landfall just here in the state of Louisiana, the 11th across the U.S. here just this hurricane season, and we're still dealing with some more as well. So some people perhaps trying to venture out, but I'm staying close because it's just not that safe to get out there. And by the way, the National Hurricane Center is urging people here in New Orleans to basically hunker down, even though the winds will start to die down as we get into the actual eye, the center of Hurricane Zeta. The winds will definitely start to lax, but that's because the backside is coming. When that backside comes through, you can see winds as strong as the front side coming through as well. So we're in the thick of this for quite some time, and we do think that center is probably the eye minutes away from getting here, which is something we can look forward to, because once we get through the center, we can count down when this entire system will start leaving this city, and we can start recovering from this. So again, the winds here, definitely something that's surprising a lot of people, especially with the strengthening of this. You got to remember, at landfall, Hurricane Zeta was 110 miles per hour, so just a few miles per hour short of being a major hurricane. We've already had Hurricane Laura make landfall here, and even here in Louisiana, there's still over 3,000, in New Orleans, over 3,000 people who are living here because their homes aren't livable yet in southwest Louisiana because of Hurricane Laura. But this continues to be a wind event here. Other areas along the Gulf Coast, storm surge is going to be a big concern. I know Jim Cantori is in Biloxi, Mississippi, and Jim, that area devastated by Katrina. They have a lot of memories there as well, and you talk about a hurricane and a storm surge, that's always a concern for those people there in Biloxi.
Paul, Cristobal came in about where this one came in, a much weaker storm, produced storm surge back here where I am. Okay, so we know the water's going to come up here. It's just a matter of time. We're at the Port Cadet Marina, as you can see behind me here. All the boats are gone as they've been asked to do. This is the 5th time in 10 weeks that mariners have had to do this. I see one boat that is out there right now, okay, and that's not going to fare very well, especially given the fact that we have a storm surge forecast of 7 to 11 feet. So I'm watching where Justin is at Bay St. Louis. Things haven't changed all that much. This is probably our heaviest rain, okay? The problem is it's about the water here. It really is, and the gusts as we get into the eye wall a little bit later on. But I want to kind of give you the lay of the land. We are right behind the Golden Nugget here, which is where the marina is. And unfortunately, this is a pretty low spot. So Biloxi's like a peninsula. It comes right down to Biloxi Bay and then goes back, if you will, to Safe Harbor, which is where a lot of the boats go. They call it Hurricane Hole back there. But unfortunately, this is so low. And there's so many parking garages that are kind of down here. You got to wonder, you know, is some of these cars going to eventually suffer a little bit of this salt water, especially with the kind of inundation. We've got a camera. We've got an exclusive storm path camera back here. So when we leave and the water comes up, that camera will show what's going on back here. All right. Of course, it'll be after dark. So everybody just needs to hunker down, not only in Louisiana, but also in Mississippi. Zeta, 5th landfall in Louisiana. Unbelievable season. Unbelievable.